104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Houston, Texas. It's already Tuesday,
nice.
May 28th of 2024 at 6:03 a.m. with the gang, Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Happy Tuesday, which is great because we get like one day. But I wonder if we'll still feel that way because, you know, I've operated days before where I thought all day was Thursday, it was only Wednesday. I don't
think
know
a
why
lot
our
of
brains
people
do that, but
need that day to recuperate. Yesterday was so unbelievably hot. I think it drained a lot of people.
oh my God, we were.
Need
And
that
I was
bounce
outside
back time.
all day with my, I woke y'all, shocker of all shockers, on my day off, I woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning. This never happens because we were going to host Memorial Day barbecue, and I had gotten, I pulled an Eric. I got something from Costco I was real excited about.
Oh, yeah. What'd you get?
I got these two like patio furniture chairs, and they were in the box. The box was giant. I had to call my husband to come to Costco to pick them up in his car because they didn't fit in mine, and so I had to put them together. Or at least I thought I had to put a lot of them together. You got to just put the table together, but the chairs were pretty much just unwrap them.
They're pretty good there.
Oh,
but
that's good.
Yeah, put
Do
the
they have a
cushions
team
on.
that will assemble it for you?
No, because this one didn't really need it. All I had
like
to
IKEA
build
type
was the little
stuff.
table. Yeah. So I was up early because I was thinking, okay, we bought this thing on Friday, and it's been in the garage because our weekend was so busy, and now I've got people coming over at like 12. I got to get up and build this thing. So my husband was already gone, and when he came home, he'd gone to the store to get everything prepped, and he goes, "Oh my God, you're awake?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was outside. I went straight from my pajamas to my swimsuit, and I did not change all day, and I was outside all day. And then my kids were like, "Mommy, you're so white, and now you're red."
Oh.
Like, I got a major sunburn.
Red, though.
It was worse.
No, it's visible.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
visible.
I
And
mean, it
last
doesn't
night
look
when
like
I
a-
got in a hot shower, I was like,
Yeah.
ha, ha, ha,
Oh,
ha.
that's the worst.
So it's been worse, of course. But anyway, mistake number one, I didn't start with the slather of the sunscreen, and here we are now
Gotta do the
in
sunscreen.
these hot, crazy days.
Yesterday was the hottest day of the year.
So far.
Didn't they say it's the hottest Memorial Day ever?
Yep.
Was it like a heat index of like 111? Craziness.
Yeah, it was unbearable.
Okay, and I was saying this to Eric when we were in the hallway just now. So Eric's father-in-law his wife's family has a beach house, and y'all see him a lot on Instagram there. And I asked Eric, guys, what time did he come home yesterday? Because it was actual Memorial Day, like the day you actually want to, like think about it, talk about it, be with your people. What time did you get home yesterday?
For me, because we had separate cars, I got home like 11.
11 a.m.
I was done with it.
Like you can't even like enjoy
You
like,
beat the rush.
the,
One more
day
the
of-
day.
Hey, you beat the rush.
Because I'm not going to be drinking, and I'm already did that
Right,
always.
and like you have
Friday,
to drive
Saturday.
home. So like if you have a
so-
beach house and you're not going to take Tuesday off, then when
Yeah.
do you come back? Because you can't really enjoy the beach house on the actual
I mean, if you're
holiday.
not drinking, you can.
If
You
4th
can-
of July was Monday,
You're such a weirdo.
then you don't. You left
are
at 11
such a
a.m.
weirdo.
I would come back at like
If it
6
doesn't
or
involve
7.
alcohol, it can't be fun.
Plus,
I
brother-
drove to Friendswood yesterday for
Which is
a
basically Galveston.
which is basically Galveston for a play date. You remember Adair
yeah.
that is Bailey's owner
Oh,
for
yeah.
Texas Children? We
She lives in
finally
Friendswood?
we finally had a play date, and so her son and my son got to hang out, and I got to meet her new puppy for Texas Children.
Adair is the child life specialist at Texas Children 6
But she
o'clockers,
lives-
who was the mama for Bailey, the dog that retired for the Positive Play program.
So we did like 45 minutes, it was like 40-ish minutes one way, Eric, and then 40 minutes back.
What time did you get back, Sam?
We did it early. We did like 11 to 2. I was hoping Santiago was going to nap on the way there. Of course, he did
It's
not.
good because traffic wasn't too bad then.
No, it actually worked out really well.
To
But
get
I'm just
there.
laughing at you because
Did you
it's
bring
like,
your
come
dog?
on. I did not, which says a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, because
About-
there are too many dogs then.
That,
Did
yeah.
you ask? Like, can I
No,
bring Misty?
no. I figured since this was like our first hang, I didn't want to intrude
true.
too much. And then the
Yeah.
second time, it's like, you know, I'm bringing my dog, right?
So how was
kind of an
Bailey?
imposition.
And what's the new
Yeah,
dog's
yeah.
name? Her new dog's
I think Melbourne.
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 So how was
Melbourne.
Bailey yesterday as like a non-working dog? You've only seen Bailey in action at
Right.
Texas Children's.
And
How
she
was she as a non-working
She was
dog?
so sweet. She was just like super chill. Santiago was obsessed and just kept following them around.
Uh-huh.
But she was so
Next
chill.
to him, he's like, These are big.
Yeah, they're super big. He just wants to like ride them, like mutton busting. That's what like Santiago wants
he's
to do.
safe because she was trained to be
absolutely.
around
I mean,
children.
both of those. Santiago accidentally like may have thrown his hot dogs, so they both got like hot dog pieces. So I think they liked him.
Oh.
We're gonna hang out over by this kid.
No, that's funny. By the way, the reason I went home too, one of my daughters stayed home, so I didn't want to leave her for. Like I didn't go Friday. I went Saturday morning.
Fine, we'll give you a little bit of grace.
I didn't want 2
Just a little
days
bit.
away from her.
a
Not
little
like
bit.
we hung out. She was.
But we just know the
studying.
real you and your
No, but-
anxiety.
Exactly,
You
that's
left.
why I'm
Whether she
calling
was
you
home or not,
weirdo.
you were out of there.
I would have still gone back anyway.
Enjoy the time. This is the first time I saw my daughter in 6 months. I think it's the longest I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, anytime you can see them,
So
hang with
it was
them.
wonderful.
Even though when they're teenagers, they don't really want to hang with you.
Yes, and you only have like what 2 more years with our oldest because she's a sophomore.
Got to be a
Right?
sophomore.
Oh, she's gonna be. That's right.
You
She's
got
a
3.
freshman. That's right.
But she gets her license in August, so
That's a game changer.
I
Bye,
won't see her much.
Bye.
See ya. It was fun knowing you.
Yep.
Thanks for your credit card.
I joked with my kids yesterday because we have, Sam, you're going to find that as Santiago grows, some of the best friends you never knew you had are people who have kids the same age as yours. So, like, one of our closest family friends, we met them when my oldest was a kindergartner. So, every time we do something like 4th of July or Memorial Day or whatever, it's like standard. I told them yesterday, I go, we cannot have a holiday without you guys. Like, this is just standard. My mom even expects to see you guys. And so, the daughters were hanging out, and my other daughter was there, and I just look at them play, and I go, man, if we ever had a beach house, you guys are going to be living your best lives, and it's going to be scary because they're going to have so much fun. You can just tell. Even when my
That's
niece
awesome.
and my daughters are together, I'm like, I already can fast forward you guys into your 20s visiting family in Greece and going in the clubs. You can just see them as they, I don't know. Anyway, so today on the Roula and Ryan Show, we've got Try It Tuesday because it's not Monday, it's Tuesday. So 8 o'clock this morning, I'm going to put some makeup on everyone in this room.
What?
Everyone in this room gets a new makeup. And I've been holding on to this for a long time. My sister brought this over, I think like a month ago. And every time I wanted to use it on Try It Tuesday, either I didn't have the Q-tips to make everybody apply it, or we had something else. So this morning,
Makeup.
it's going to be
Talking
something.
like clown makeup or
yeah,
makeup
really,
that
clown makeup. Clown makeup. No.
Yeah,
It's,
put white stuff all over her eyes.
we all leave the place looking like mimes.
it's a cool lip stain. And it's supposed to look different on everybody.
Oh, lip stains don't come off though.
I think it does. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
You try it first, Sam, and then if it doesn't
I
come
was
off,
gonna.
then
Yeah.
Well,
Eric
we
and
put
Kevin
it
and I
on
don't
an
want to walk
8,
around like that.
so you have about 2 hours for it to hopefully come off.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Is it Carmex?
It's not Carmex.
The cherry
not
flavored.
I always got that and CarMax mixed up.
Wanna sell your
PetSmart.
vehicle.
I always thought it was PetSmart, and then I saw a meme yesterday, and it goes, "I'm 35 years old. I just realized it's Pets
Mart.
Smart.
Pet." I'm like, oh, I thought it was PetSmart.
Not smart pets.
Yeah, that's what I
The
thought. it
Mart
was.
for
Oh,
pets.
my goodness.
I'm a dumbass.
Don't feel bad. I didn't until I
That's
did a
smart.
commercial for him. I had no idea.
It sounds easier to say, PetSmart.
Oh, and Try It Tuesday also, we should add some salt to our coffee. Did you see that?
Is that a
Salt
thing?
doing
In the
that.
coffee, you're trying to find a way to make it even
I'll
unhealthier.
explain. I'll explain.
Really? Salt to
yes, because
coffee?
we're running out of time already. We can't start off the show this late.
Right? Let's at least stay on one
If Sam
break.
waves us off, don't let her arm get too much of a workout. Here's your weather for today.
Hot and humid like it was yesterday, but not quite as bad. Should only be in the mid 90s, but we will get some rain tonight. Right now it's 80 degrees and 6:11 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From the big screen to the big house.
Roula and Ryan Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
All right, so Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt officially were deemed divorced in 2019, but the ripple effect of their divorce is not done. They are still fighting over things like the Miraval wine.
Oh,
you
so
know.
they're not legally married anymore.
They're not legally married, but everything they shared in the divorce still has not been settled. And there's a story over the weekend where Vivian, one of the twins, Vivian and Knox are twins, are the youngest. They're 15 years old. She is in a play that Angelina Jolie is producing. And in the playbill, she dropped the Pitt from her name. It's just Vivian Jolie. They used to all
That's
go by
gotta
Jolie
hurt.
Pitt.
As a dad, that's gotta hurt.
And Zara, the older sister, did something similar. I think like a year ago or something. She was part of some production and she dropped the Pitt from her name too.
And they're older now, so I'm not going to be like, oh, she brainwashed them. I mean, you're 15. Yeah, I don't see the brainwashing happening. 'Cause I know
So
lots of
2019 is when the divorce was finalized, and it took like 5 years, I felt like. So if
How old were these kids
13
when their
minus
parents got
9 is
divorced?
6. That's what I'm trying to do the math on that to go backwards, because if she's 15 now, Just go back 6 years. It's 2024, right?
She was 9.
5 years from that, yeah. Like 9 turning 10.
Yeah, you can
and
sway a kid.
The oldest
when
in
they're 9.
Maddox is 22. Then Pax is 20. Zara is 18. And Shiloh is, God, what's Shiloh's age?
Yeah, but when you're 15, you kind of know. You can see the BS that your parents are.
I mean, yes, but if they've not seen their father at all.
They're really smart at 15, and they're like, yep,
yeah,
my dad was a douche.
And then there are some that are very, I don't know, emotionally stunted, where they haven't really matured.
Or isn't it even worse if they, at 15, know their mom is the douche?
Yeah.
It's not very common that you see the mom be the villain character of a family dynamic that broke down, but when it is, it's like there's no mercy from people. Like the public opinion,
right?
They're like, hold up,
I know
your kids didn't pick you.
Yeah, they all went with Brad Pitt, not her.
Right, then people would read more into that.
Yes.
Like if all 6 kids were like, no, we don't want mom, we want dad. You'd be like,
yeah, I'd be like,
all 6 kids.
Or just, whatever. You got 2 kids, you got 3 kids, and they all want the dad over the mom, then you'd be like, it's even more judgy pants, because then everyone's side eye is like, well, what the heck's going on?
But here's something that happens quite often, though, too.
It's supposed to be.
Sometimes dad's fun dad. Mom's got to be the disciplinarian. Mom's got to do all the grunt work. Mom's got to do all the not so fun work. Dad's just a blast.
That's when they don't
let's go stay with him.
Well, I think that happens when they're not with them. Mm-hmm. Like when my son came, I was the fun dad because I didn't have him all the time. If you're the parent that has the kids all the time, you can't be the fun parent.
You're not the fun parent anymore.
You're right. You're the disciplinarian. It tells them early bedtime, no sleepovers, can't do this, can't do that. When you're with the parent that doesn't get them all the time, you want to get the most of your time.
My son came here, I didn't want to yell at him about things.
Because you're like, well, I only get to see him twice a year.
I'm going to ground him.
I guess I won't take
I would if he did something bad, but we were just always having fun, so it doesn't make it, it's hard. But my kid was also, lived in Illinois, so
I know.
It wasn't like he lived across the street where I could go see him every day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's tough.
Different, I guess. I don't know.
In some sad news over the weekend, we kicked off the weekend finding out that the director of the documentary Super Size Me, Morgan Spurlock, had passed away after a battle with cancer. For those that never saw Super Size Me or don't even know what this did to society and the industry, it came out in 2004. And he basically was like a normal, healthy guy who said, you know what? I'm going to eat McDonald's for 30 straight days. And let's just see what happens to my body. It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner at McDonald's for 30 straight days. Because, you've probably seen this one guy, he's real lean. He's kind of goofy looking from Iowa or something, and he's eating a Big Mac every day of his life,
of his adult life.
He's real skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
that
like
one anomaly. I remember this documentary so well.
Because he doesn't eat French fries. The guy eats a Big Mac every day, but he doesn't eat the French fries. He just eats the Big Mac. But I think he was in Morgan Spurlock's documentary, right?
But the documentary is so interesting. Sam, have you ever seen this?
Yes.
Super Size Me? Mm-hmm. It's interesting because it focuses on portion sizes, how much things have changed in the course of 20 years.
And also the ingredients of stuff. I'm sure the salt we put on fries now is not the same as the salt in the 50s.
It's not even salt. It's salt with a whole bunch of additives.
Like fast food fries, most of them have 30 different ingredients.
Chemicals, yeah.
Shouldn't it just be potatoes and
salt.
Right.
Potatoes and salt should be it.
But he's got another one. I heard an interview in 2019. It was Super Size Me 2 about the chicken, because Popeye's chicken. Remember that?
Sandwich was such a big deal.
That exploded. It was so big we couldn't.
There were lines and lines down streets to try and.
I still need to try it again. I tried it once.
Sandwich.
I got one that was sitting out. So I didn't get the full
fresh, crisp crunchiness of the bite.
I just remember watching that documentary. You watch these documentaries, you're never going to want to eat anything again. Like when you see the chickens,
knives over forks or something, or forks over knives.
They never see the light of day. There's 100,000 chickens in this warehouse.
Free range
yes,
chicken.
Eric told me this morning, and my mind is blown. What is the fact?
He was saying free range. He's like, I don't even know. I went to USDA. I did all this stuff, and I showed him I have a metal cage in my house. And I have an open window, and they said that's fine. You can call it free range.
Open window where on the cage is open?
No, but in his house, he has the cage window right there, and they had a window so they could look out.
So if it's got a window, it's free range.
Pretty much, they could walk out.
If
there's a door, is the cage open?
The door's open there, but they don't go out. I don't know. It's a fine line.
Sketchy.
Even the hormones, the guy was saying.
They pump a lot of hormones and antibiotics. They have to pump all these antibiotics.
They say hormone free, but they're not called. It's not called hormone anymore.
Oh,
they get the medicine from Canada. They dilute it with water, and they change the name with the lobbyists.
So it's not hormone. It's not a hormone anymore.
There's all these tricks they do. It's man.
Okay, so the reason I was so angry is because if you've noticed the cost of things things have gone up. And eggs made a big deal news story like a year and a half ago of how expensive eggs are. And then there was a shortage of eggs. And so ever since I really took hold of like the egg department at the grocery store, I go, oh my God, there are some of these dozens of eggs like $8 a dozen. They're like $8 a dozen because
Super
they're free
expensive.
range.
Yep.
Now, cage free is different than free range, but I thought, okay, so cage free, you don't want that because, okay, they're technically not in a cage, but they're all packed in there like 1,000 of them,
Each
like
other's
whatever. So I go, okay, then free range should be right? They're running around some farm. And then Eric's like, no, they're not running around a farm. There's an open window
need
near
free
them.
roam.
I'm like, what?
Free roam.
But does any box ever say, have y'all ever seen anything say free
He said
roam?
that's like $14 a pound.
Man, all eggs taste the same, whether you buy expensive ones or the
But
inexpensive
the difference
ones.
is special K. If you've cracked a fresh egg from a farmer's market, the gold tone of that beautiful yolk is way different than anything you're gonna buy in the grocery store.
Try it Tuesday. We're going to put 2 eggs
We are.
next to
There's
each other.
definitely a difference
You can tell
$8
taste.
health-wise because when you've got 100,000 chickens in a warehouse, and we watched Napoleon Dynamite this week, and there's a scene in that movie, and they're not caged, but they're all jammed in there, super tight. 100,000 birds in this
Play
little
the drop. Play the drop.
My friend had a chicken
yeah.
farm. I worked on that. Like, I spent the night. That's a fun
Do the
day.
chickens have large talons?
It'd wake you up. It'd wake us up at like 6 in the morning. Let's go work. I'm like, I'm supposed to be a sleepover. And I had to walk with the egg cartons.
You had to go
pull this
work?
trolley, and it'd be in the cages. And just bloop, bloop, bloop. They had a little ramp, and the eggs would just roll down, and you just pick them up, put them
See,
in
the
little...
difference is
That's so
carton.
interesting.
you've got like an
It's sad, though. I never really thought about how these poor little chickens are in this cage. I mean,
Yeah.
they could barely move. I mean, they could move. I mean, they're not like squished, like their feathers
Yeah.
are sticking out. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it
they
was
can't
not,
walk around.
It
No,
was
if
nuts.
I went to a farm and saw that, I would never eat chickens again.
I never thought about
No.
it.
But
And
you
the
do eat
difference
chicken.
is-
You just don't like to cook chicken, right?
I
Sam?
mean, yes.
She won't eat chicken.
I
don't.
had
You don't chicken too
chicken the
much?
other day, I think.
How about eggs?
Yeah, eggs.
I love egg whites. Egg whites are my favorite thing.
I don't know. I kind of. It really depends. I'm very weird.
Have you tried
Very
the boiled
weird.
eggs with salsa that Kevin always eats?
No.
We were on a huge kick for that, all of
Oh,
us
yeah.
on this show. Well,
I mean,
me,
the
Ryan-
hard-boiled
No,
eggs,
not
yeah.
Ryan. Me, Eric, and
Yeah.
Kevin were eating that for a long time.
Pure protein.
It's
It
so
is.
good.
But the salsa, no.
Oh, yes, the salsa really does it.
Oh, that
Sam, just
fire
try
roasted-
it one time.
That's because he makes his so like powdery, like he overcooks it so much. Kevin
What?
does.
I do not. I might have so
Like, when you break the egg open, it's like
Oh, my
it's like
God.
must be dust.
I've gotten so
overcooks
good
it.
at
Yeah.
that. I've gotten so good at it now because I steam them.
Bring them in. Let's try it.
Absolutely, I will. I
try
will.
your steam.
I'll
don't
do
put,
another
You just
batch.
put like a little bit of water and let them sit? Or you put them in the oven?
No, I have an actual steamer. This doohickey
That like
is
holds the eggs, right?
yeah. It's a little dome shaped, and you push the button, and you measure the exact amount of water.
That's something I would have bought.
An egg cooker? Yeah.
Yeah.
on
Make fun of
Amazon.
me if I
And
didn't.
then give it to Sam?
Yeah.
3
We
months?
tried putting eggs in a muffin tray and putting them in the
oven. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
but
I feel like
Try
I've done that too, but then they get powdery, like Eric said.
Yeah, that chalky or that.
Just
There's that
boil
perfect.
them.
There's that perfect
Yeah.
number though. You have to have them for that perfect amount of minutes boiling to get that gold, pretty yolk that's not too hard and not too soft.
I just say you.
If there's a gray
once the
ring
water's
around the
boiling,
yolk, you overcook the egg.
Oh, gosh.
When you cut it in
yes,
half and there's a
yes,
gray ring,
yes.
that's overcooked egg.
I want a
But
little
whatever.
bit. I want a little bit, not runny, but like a little bit. Where
And tell us how many minutes that is,
For
Eric. Oh, or do you
hard-boiled?
not know because you never boil your own eggs?
I'm not good at it. My wife's like she has it down. It's like 4 or 5 minutes after it boils or something. I forget.
Yeah, because
Then put in
I've
cold
looked up the
water.
millions of ways
Yeah,
you can boil
gotta do the
eggs.
ice bath.
Keep it.
Oh yeah, you throw them right in an ice bath so they stop cooking. But there's one that always would come up when I was trying to find the perfect way to boil eggs. And you start with the eggs in the pot and it's not on.
And then it boils and you shut it
And
off.
then you turn it off. I think it's for 4 minutes.
think it's 4 minutes.
After it comes to the boiling point, just turn off the heat.
Like
and
4
then
minutes,
for 4
take 'em
minutes
out,
is where you're supposed to
cold
get that
bath.
pretty gold yolk. Anyway, you can look it up. Now, why would we put salt in the coffee? Should we talk about this next or do it now? Salt in
Yeah,
the
well, how's
coffee.
that-
If you've overdone your coffee, if it's too strong to cut the acidity, there's a story this morning about putting some salt in your coffee. I don't want salt in my coffee, but maybe it makes sense.
Double diuretic.
It says it's a life hack that comes in handy next time you go to get a cup of coffee, whether it's at your work break room and it's too strong or too bitter, or you made it yourself and it was too bitter. Instead of avoiding adding sugar or cream to kind of remedy that, sprinkle a pinch of salt in your over bitter coffee. The salt helps balance the coffee's acidity so your cup becomes tastier.
I've done the salt.
That coffee that Sam made today is
No
a
good?
very strong. We get Starbucks here. Like the
Right.
Starbucks grounds is what the company
They finally gave us
buys.
a different one. This one's the pike roast.
Yeah,
Okay,
Pike
I
is
like it.
very strong.
It's a medium one.
Is it?
Yes, this
God,
is the medium
Is
one.
it strong?
Pike
Is it like,
so-
it like whoop, wakes you up? Or is it
No,
like
it's just like-
harsh?
Mine is so
Thick.
hot.
I
I
feel like
won't
it's
be able to
thick.
drink this until 7. And we brewed this at like 5 o'clock.
But
this morning.
Roula came
like,
in
It is so hot. I don't know how you're drinking this right now.
Rula came in complaining that her coffee from the house
Oh, yeah, it was too
not,
weak.
Yeah, was too weak. And then
And
she
now
gets
this
this one's
So I
too
added
strong.
this.
What are you,
No, I added,
Goldilocks?
if it was straight,
Mix
I wouldn't
them.
have been able to drink it straight. But the coffee you made, Sam,
Yes.
I added to the weakness I made,
And it's-
balanced
it's
it
okay?
nice. But if I was to take a straight cup of what you made,
That's what I
not
had.
because of
Okay.
you, it's because of that Pike. Those
The
grounds
Pike,
are
yeah.
so too much for me. But I wonder if I added a pinch of salt to that down there in the coffee kitchen.
Go experiment. Do
We
it.
could do that in the next break. I'll go do it during the commercial
Yeah, a
break.
little mix.
Try
See how
it.
does.
I like it.
I know we're doing roundtable. My story is about, I was doing some research on Cosmo.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you
go-to.
were.
Is that magazine still on the
When
shelf?
you got
No,
home from
online.
Galveston
Oh, okay.
so early
Yeah.
yesterday,
11
you
o'clock.
had so much free
Yeah,
time.
Memorial Day was.
I
So
spent 5
memorable.
hours watching Fallout. That was my day.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
Why do women date older guys? Cosmo
Oh.
has the information right here. So, ladies,
Yeah.
this is why you do it. I'll tell you.
Should or do? Should
No,
or
why?
would?
Why do they?
My man's older.
Ooh.
By like what? 2 months?
1 year.
Oh, that's,
1 year.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go around the table and do this little salty pinch to the coffee.
Try it.
And let you know how it is next on the Roula and Ryan Show. We're going to do Try It Tuesday in the 6 o'clock hour for you 6 o'clockers. We're still doing it at 8, but just because the story came out and it's the early morning, right? Sam made this giant carafe of coffee. We got a new brand of Starbucks grounds. It's Pike Place this time versus the other one that we've always had, Verona or something. I made coffee at my house. It was too weak. This coffee is too strong in my taste, and not because of Sam, just because that Pike Place for me is not my thing.
Yeah, it's
And
very strong.
This article says, here's a little life hack. If you get coffee that is too bitter and you want to avoid adding just sugar and cream to cover it up, sprinkle a pinch of salt in it. It will balance out the coffee's acidity.
So this is for people that like black coffee.
Yeah, I'm going to say black coffee. Yes, like Kevin likes black. So I'm going to take a sip first to
see
before
if
the
it's
salt is
strong.
in there.
See if there's a difference.
Oh, God, that's so
Too
terrible.
strong.
What? Are you kidding? It has a nice little bite to it.
Some fuel. What?
So
It is fuel.
should
It
I
is
just like
rocket
we have a
fuel right
salt
now.
shaker? Should I just sprinkle one
Put in
thing
your
in there,
spoon.
or should I put my hand?
Put in your spoon. That way you know
Put
how
it in my
much to put
spoon,
in.
but what's a pinch in a spoon?
Pinches, you take your thumb and your index finger,
But
pinch it
but not in a
together, and then
spoon.
Well, then pour
Just
some in your
a
hand
spoon
and then.
Yeah.
pinch it in.
All right. So we'll
That
take
looks like a
about
pinch.
a pinch. Yes.
Yeah.
Should I put more?
Right.
That's a
I would
pretty
do
weak
more.
pinch. That's
I
not
would do
really
more.
a pinch.
Okay.
Just
Give it all in there.
There's another one.
There.
Especially
Okay.
since it's so strong, maybe so you can like see if it actually does anything.
Okay, let's see.
And then do you have to stir it? Are you stirring
I'm
it?
stirring it.
To see
She
if it
wants
dissolves.
to blend in.
Let's see if this changes it at all.
All right.
Here I go.
Does it matter
Big
like 20
experiment.
seconds?
Salt and coffee.
Oh my God!
Is it better?
It totally did it.
Wow.
It's not as bitter as that first
What's
sip
that word?
I had.
Acidity?
Acidity.
Acidity.
Yeah.
It totally did it. It's not as. Remember my reaction the first time?
But I like
Yeah.
that.
All right,
Can you
throw
taste-
me it.
Can you
Yeah, put a
taste
little
that?
bit more salt.
here.
The question is, can you taste that salt in it?
No,
though?
not at all. But I would probably put maybe a little bit more salt because there was still a little back end bitterness. But I think that it cut it a little bit.
Wow.
That's actually good. Look at that.
Between
it
the
worked.
caffeine and your blood pressure going up, and
Yeah.
she's gonna have a vein,
salt?
a vein popping out on her head here by
Just a
scoop.
pinch, Kevin. Calm down. I ain't put no fast food fry salt on it in there.
Eric, what
I
was your
second
story?
that, Rula.
Yeah,
work for
did
you?
it work?
So much
It did.
better.
It did.
Oh my
right?
God! Y'all
Kevin.
gonna keep a salt
Try
shaker up in here now?
it.
Try it.
No,
Yes.
I don't want to ruin my coffee. I
When
like
Kev
it how
goes
it is.
to the bathroom, I almost said pee.
I'm telling-
But, you know, when he goes to the
He goes
bathroom,
pee. I'm gonna.
when he goes pee,
Yeah, put
I'm
salt
gonna
in your
put-
black coffee.
I'm putting salt in your coffee.
Yeah, how much did you put, Sam? How much of a?
I
She
just
put
kept-
like 3 shakes.
You 3
I-
shakes
yeah.
because you have a big thermos.
Oh yeah.
But she didn't
Okay,
stir
it
it.
worked, guys. There you go. Try it Tuesday. That's a thumbs up. Salt in the coffee.
People are gonna
Cuts
try
the
that today.
bitterness.
Salty coffee.
Salty coffee for a salty
You can
man.
DM Rula and I and let us know if you like it.
You just put creamer in
at
it?
Rula.
I do have creamer in mine,
And it's still
it-
that strong.
it still
Because that Pike is strong,
I
man.
don't think I had enough creamer in it.
Oh my
it was like
gosh.
the bottom of my.
It was like milk chocolate looking over there. It's like half
That's
cream.
you're a weirdo over here drinking yours.
All right, so this is from Cosmo. So I mean, they did some really hard hitting,
Hard-hitting
study news and science
Is
here.
this good clickbait? Should I use this for Sam Spotlight
Yeah, I think
too?
you could use this. It's so easy.
Okay.
Why do women date older men? It's pretty simple. They have better jobs, better homes, and they have better manners.
They're established.
Well, you're more
And
mature.
they've lived
More
longer.
mature, and they when they make plans to go on dates, they actually do it and they
Follow through.
Yeah, they follow through because a lot of guys are
Yeah.
You know,
It's
when
all
you're
about the
20s,
follow-through.
So if
give
you
me a
meet
flake.
So if you meet an older man and he has bad manners, run for the hills because
Yeah.
he's never
He never
changed.
learned.
Yeah, he didn't learn.
Or doesn't pay for dates or anything.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a cheap
Follow
ass.
through sucks.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty easy. That's why they date them.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't say for money, though. Money. It just says
Right. They're more established.
established.
You know, I think is a funny. Do you have something, Ryan? Or because I was
Yeah,
gonna
just
say
real
this.
quick. I mean, how many of y'all drank beer over the Memorial Day weekend?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a brisket.
I did not have a beer.
They say overall U.S. beer consumption per adult, and this is age 21 and up, is around 28 gallons a year. So you drink
A
28
beer or
gallons.
just alcohol in general?
No,
That sounds like a mod.
beer.
That sounds like a mod in a month.
Yeah, that's just me alone in
20
one
That's
day.
like the
Astros
That was
game on a
me
Tuesday.
yesterday.
So when you
Yeah.
break this down, it's about 10 ounces of beer per day, or roughly a 6-pack per week.
By the way, I saw a mod. He wanted to wear his pants. Was it yesterday? I saw.
Are these the
video.
holy pants?
I went to wear my cute short shorts, but I forgot I wore them during the hot dog challenge, and there's mustard all over them. all over them.
You're like, oh,
That's
gotta
too
wash
funny.
those, I guess. Darn it.
I want to add this because I think this is pretty funny. When we get to work in the morning, sometimes there's like headline stories from the weekend and whatever. In the Garfield movie, my kids are not into Garfield, but when I was a kid,
I don't think any kid under like
I don't think they
30,
even know who
my
Garfield
nephew's
is.
10 and saw it.
like the
and
old
enjoyed
days.
it.
I mean, they watch it because it's a cartoon.
Yeah, it's
What
an
about,
available
did
movie,
y'all
but-
watch Heathcliff?
Oh, yeah.
I
He was
didn't
like
see that, but when I was a kid, Kevin,
That's
at
the
your book
knockoff.
fair at school, weren't there Heathcliff books and Garfield
He was
books
the-
and Marmaduke?
He was the Shine or the
Great
Timu
Dane,
or whatever.
Oh, don't do that.
Right?
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah, but that was different. That's like a
talking
real
about
like
cats
toddler.
here.
We're talking about like Garfield comic books,
And
Heathcliff
Heathcliff.
comic books,
Yeah.
Marmaduke comic books,
Yeah.
like the Family Circle, all that. Well, what's the thing that Garfield does? He's crazy about lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
Right, that's his thing.
Strangely.
Garfield goes crazy for lasagna. But I've only known dogs to eat whatever you put in front of them. Do cats actually eat lasagna? There's a story about this. Do cats actually like lasagna?
Yeah, do they?
I don't have a cat and I've never had a cat. They say the lure of lasagna is hard for cats to resist. While a tiny taste may not harm them, overindulging in this calorie-rich dish could lead to obesity and diabetes for your cat. And if onions and garlic are in the lasagna, it can be toxic to
Oh, yeah.
your cat. So don't feed your cat lasagna just as Garfield likes it.
Same thing with dogs. You cannot have
How
any
funny.
garlic or onions. It shuts down their kidneys.
Yes.
Does
Wow.
it? Because yesterday my dog attacked the beer braised brats that my husband made. He braised them in beer and it was all onion in there. That dog is living its best life today. She was fine.
Just saying, they're not.
I was like,
Well, you
what
don't know
happened
yet.
to the
Most
brats?
vets will tell you
It's only
that
$6.50 when you go home. It might have
Yeah.
don't
You'll be
feed your
sick.
dog.
But that was
onions.
over 14 hours ago that she
and
ate
grapes
that.
either.
Grapes
Yeah,
are
grapes are
really
grapes are
toxic.
really-
Yeah.
And chocolate.
Yep.
Chocolate and grapes. Although sometimes chocolate isn't chocolate because in case you've missed me share my story when I was growing up, my sister who's terrified of dogs but has a soft spot for dogs that she thinks might be hungry took the Milk-Bone dog biscuits we had for our dogs and covered them in Hershey's syrup and froze them thinking they'd love a chocolatey treat.
Oh, no.
That's bad.
When she was home by herself and we come home, she goes, oh, I gave Sam and Pepper some Milk-Bone dog biscuits. I put chocolate on them. And we're like, what? Why would you do this? Turns out Hershey's isn't actual chocolate. If you look at the syrup,
Whoa.
it's not actual chocolate.
I'd be like,
They
you're
were
trying
just
to kill the
fine.
dogs?
Wow.
Look at the ingredients.
Got lucky
It's
there.
not actual like milk chocolate melted down. It's a syrup with cocoa flavor.
Oh,
Man, there's
wow.
so many
Yeah.
things that are fake
Just
out
give
there.
your dogs dog food.
Now,
Here we go.
That's not fun.
Rula and Ryan show
You get a treat.
RBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so yesterday the forecast was supposed to be beautiful and sunny, but it wasn't really because it was so cloudy looking, and it's that haze, and that haze is coming
Lavender
from,
haze?
No.
Purple haze?
Yeah.
It's
Just the
coming from the
smoky
fires
haze.
in Mexico. They are doing a controlled release burns of their agriculture in Mexico, and it's making its way up to Houston. That's why the sky kind of looks all smoggy like it does. Now, here's something cool that Typhoon Texas is doing. They're rewarding academic success. The water park right now is offering a discounted admission to any student with 3 or more A's. And it's today through Thursday. Students can present their most recent report card along with their valid school ID, and it gets them into the park for $14.99, which is a great deal. And up to 6 guests accompanying the student may purchase family and friend tickets for $29.99. So,
Yeah, I would be getting
good
that.
deal.
Yeah. That's right.
Aw, bad memories of bad grades.
Bad grades.
Yeah,
And
sorry
Ryan, where
about
was that again?
That's Typhoon, Texas.
Typhoon,
out in
Texas.
Katy.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Houston Zoo is ranked in the top 10 most Instagrammable zoos in the nation. So they
What makes it Instagrammable versus other zoos?
Yeah, what's so great?
They say waterfall. Oh, no, it doesn't say. It does not say in this article. It's on cron.com right now. You can see the full story.
I like how your fallback is just tell people where to go.
They know.
And don't read
I'm
actual
reading the entire article right in cron.com. They factored in.
I think it's a headline.
Yeah, I don't think he paid the gateway fee of 25 cents to read the whole
Yes,
article.
I did. Yes, I bought the whole.
What's that website I gave you guys?
What God was it? Caption.ph.
No,
Hold
it was
on.
archive.
Archive.ph. If you go to archive.ph and you copy the URL of what you're trying to read because you have to pay for it, it'll give you the whole article unlocked. And didn't somebody call us and say thank you for that?
Yeah, save me money.
Because now you can read all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I do that all the time because there's so many, like, especially like a news story from the Washington Post or something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
I'm
don't
not
wanna pay for
paying, even if it's 99
A
cents.
Washington Post is
I'm not putting
outrageous.
my credit card down.
They cost a lot of money. No, but they're saying the only other zoos that beat us were New York and the two in California.
San Diego Zoo. That's
Well, I'm
San
just
Diego
wondering what
Zoo is-
makes them so Instagrammable. Is
Probably
it like
because
the way
the
they've
huge
set up the
selection
walkways?
of animals. I mean,
Do they have like a certain area?
Yeah, is
Like
there like
what?
an Insta spot?
Yeah,
Selfie spot?
That's what I was wondering.
They do have a pretty little water feature in the center.
oh yeah.
So maybe
They've always had
that.
that.
But
Wonder
Well, I mean,
what-
for zoo lights, when you walk in, everything is an Instagrammable place.
right.
They taught the monkeys how to pose properly.
Strike the
Probably.
pose, monkey.
They tell the
or
monkeys,
the elephants. Those are cute.
And by the way, Houston is the dirtiest city in America.
which is shocking. I cannot believe this. I'm so ashamed.
We beat New Jersey.
Y'all, we
I can't
beat
believe we
Newark.
beat New York.
Newark, New
Jersey's
Jersey,
a-
Kev.
oh, Newark.
We beat Newark,
Smells
New
like pee.
Jersey. I cannot believe what
does.
what is the parameter of being the dirtiest city?
Because we were, let's see, out of 152 cities, Houston was third most polluted overall and had the third worst greenhouse gas emissions from large industrial facilities.
Well,
and then
yeah.
those Texas
Got
Delta
all
And
the
then,
refineries.
plus, then you add, we have 2.3 million people in the city
Metro.
proper. They have the biggest cockroach problem.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen that. Cockroaches that much.
You're
You
a
haven't
pest
seen
control guy, and what
It's because you live so high up.
Maybe
they can't climb that
They can't
high.
go 20 floors.
Where were you, Eric? You started out as an Orkin pest guy. What city were you in when you were doing that?
Peoria, Illinois, and Bloomington, Normal,
Okay.
Illinois, and Eureka, and all that. The home of the college where Ronald Reagan went to.
Oh.
That's where I got my first bee attack. I was attacked by a bee.
But in Illinois,
I got
cockroaches
stung.
aren't
I was
even
bragging
thing.
for a year and a half. I'm like, I've never been stung. I've faced like 1,000 of them.
And then you jinxed
I got
yourself.
cocky.
How many stings?
I went in
you
there
get?
and I got cocky.
Was it just one bee sting, or you
Yeah,
got
just
stung?
one.
Oh, okay.
That's all it took.
But in
There goes my
Illinois,
record.
it doesn't strike me as a cockroach state. Like Texas,
Oh.
like though they're flying, man. They're as big as butterflies.
Trailer
You're like,
parks.
what is that noise?
Like-
What is that noise?
If you live in a trailer park, you got to be careful because they can travel because they're close together.
Yeah.
So they can travel
Jump from one
across.
trailer to the next.
And never
Happy thoughts, happy
be careful of
thoughts,
those paper
happy
bags. People always like, oh, no plastic. Well,
Yeah, the glue.
the
You
glue,
taught me
they let
that.
the glue. So just be careful.
Oh, they did.
If you like to keep your brown
Boxes,
paper bags
Costco
from the grocery
boxes.
store in your boxes, Eric taught me that. They love the glue, and it's true. They will just appear out of nowhere. If you have a box in your garage, all of a sudden they're just there.
So throw away those cardboard boxes.
I just be careful, yeah, because that glue, they like that glue.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And get out of my head.
Yeah.
All right, it's Tuesday. Happy thought is we're already one day into the work week, so we're that much closer to the next Friday. Coming up next, revenge is on deck. This is where somebody messed with you. You got them back. They don't quite know that you got them back, and you explain it all to us next on the Roula and Ryan Show.